He's gonna slam him down. Oh my goodness.
He's incredibly solid and incredibly hard to deal with.
His kicks shatter bones, and his pressure smothers hope.
Hammer fist raining down. Her team may stop it if Desire doesn't defend.
This is Senegal's Oumar Kane, the heavyweight nightmare nobody wants to stand across from. But the real question is, can he survive the giants in the big leagues? Let's rewind this Senegalese wrestling champion's reign of terror and find out for ourselves. Oumar Kane made his MMA debut in 2019 against former Cage Warriors fighter Sofiane Boukouchou, and both hesitated to land the first blow.
Leg there thrown by a Rug early on.
But Kane quickly got tired of waiting and snapped.
Sizing. Boukouchou's come right. He's gonna slam him down. Oh my goodness.
He grabbed Sofiane, lifted him like a misbehaving toddler, and tossed him around the canvas.
Big powerful arm. Oh man. Oh my goodness me. Oh.
And if this man gets, he's getting to the ear and the jaw, and boom!
Round 2 didn't get any prettier for Boukouchou, as Oumar sent him stumbling like he stepped on a Lego.
Oh my goodness, what a left foot. A big flaying shot by Rug. Boukouchou once again flying in with a fist.
Smelling blood, Kane unleashed a violent burst of punches that had the referee diving in before things got unnecessarily historical.
Rug takes it, the Senegalese, Senegalese star.
With only one win, he stepped into one championship and faced the terrifying Alan Ngalani in his promotional debut in 2021. Both men started by pawing at the air until Alan Ngalani struck first with a crunching leg kick.
I've been pouring with the lead, hands outside. Inside leg kick from Galani.
The two then traded kicks, with Ngalani hunting for the one clean shot to fold Kane like laundry.
And let go of that straight left hand. Beautiful little body kick.
The Panther was basically throwing every weapon in his Muay Thai toolbox.
Between these two gigantic athletes, the leg looks gigantic in there.
Kane didn't panic. He muscled Ngalani into the wall, scooped a leg, and slammed him down.
Words there with Olivia Cost. Takedown from Rug, top position now.
Once on top, he hammered away with hellish blows until the ref jumped in.
Galani, nowhere to go! Nowhere to go! Rug has arrived!
In his second ONE FC fight, he turned a lot more vicious when he locked horns with Patrick Schmidt. The first few seconds of the fight were a feeling-out face.
Throws the kicks, he's got to pull them back quickly as he did there against the outside.
But then, Kane burst forward like a runaway freight train.
Big uppercut, right cross uppercuts again from Rug. House on fire here in the first round, and Schmidt's in trouble.
He slammed Schmidt onto the mat and quickly swarmed into ground and pound.
This is position, Michael.
And it's over. Rug goes 2-0. Who can stop this behemoth?
The fight was over in just 2 minutes. Heading into his fight with Gaziev, the challenger tried to bully the Senegalese beast and get inside his head.
Oh, he puts his hand on Rug's neck! Well, Chatri Sichitong and Matt Hume getting between them.
But that proved to be a fatal error. As soon as the fight started, Gaziev came out swinging, trying to catch the big Senegalese grappler off balance.
One Dot Shop introducing the all-elite collection performance gear designed to beat your personal record.
Kane shrugged off the attempt and cracked Gaziev with hard shots that rattled his composure.
Looking for a single leg. Rug avoids an uppercut from Rug. Another uppercut for the Senegalese. Is now out the window. High kick from Rug. How do you do?
Kane's smart attacks forced Gaziev into panic wrestling, but it was a terrible idea.
Rug's got big power and everything.
Once Gaziev hit the canvas, Kane pounded him with that legendary Senegalese power and ended him there.
It's raining down. Her team may stop it if Desire doesn't defend. And he does stop it. Rug gets the win.
In December 2022, Oumar Kane continued to blast through the division against Jasser Mukhamedov. As soon as the fight started, Kane stalked his opponent like a wrecking ball with a vendetta.
Nice little duck under right there the fence just to kind of reposition his legs and roll out the back.
Hammer fist.
As the fight heated up, Khan absorbed the Uzbek's leather like a champ and kept marching forward like a sturdy battle tank.
It's nothing else. Oh, but look, it's working. So that Herdin stands him up, and it's worked to his benefit each time, but now he's getting lit up.
By round 3, the Uzbek's offense had dried up, while Khan kept turning up the heat.
And shoots for the takedown and gets him following another takedown. A couple of shots for good measure.
When the final horn rang, Khan walked away with a unanimous decision and got one step closer to a title shot. But before he could even think about a title shot, there was one more monster standing in his way in the form of BJJ legend Marcus Almeida. The fight started, and the BJJ legend tried to control the fight with takedowns and grappling swagger.
The coaches of Rug have said that Oumar Kane has really developed the ground in all areas.
But Khan wasn't exactly invited into a jiu-jitsu party.
Blasted with some right hands from the Senegalese wrestling star. A takedown. He does his half for Buchecha.
He weathered the early wrestling push, landed heavy shots on the feet, and mixed in monstrous punches that echoed through the arena.
There's a left hook for Rug. And now he's pounding away. Positions though. Up kicks his way. Oh, kick there.
Somewhere between wild sprawls and ground and pound, the Senegalese wrecking ball had Almeida wobbling like a trunk after his final shot.
Buchecha's hurt. Buchecha getting overwhelmed, but he's fighting fire with fire. You gotta dig deep when you're in these situations. Big jab. Oh, beautiful job with the sprawl.
By round 3, Almeida was hunting for a takedown like a lost Uber, while Khan stayed low, heavy, and in full control on top.
He's just got to put everything on the line. He's catching some punches, but he's delivering some punches as well.
When the final scorecards dropped, it was the first loss of Almeida's MMA career and a strong message to heavyweight champ Anatoly Malikin. Malikin was a Russian monster with a 14-0 record, and his resume was way more decorated in Khan's comparison. But fights are rarely fought on paper. In the cage, it's completely different, and Khan showed exactly that. From the opening bell, Khan came forward like a human freight train.
Become the first world champion. Right here, Mitch. And totally open up.
He dragged the Russian powerhouse into the fence early,
As Rug shoots in for a double. Oh, he gets it.
smothered him with crushing pressure,
And Rug continues to look to manhandle the 3-division king.
and had Malikin clinging for dear life.
He's incredibly solid and incredibly hard to deal with as Anatoly gets picked up.
Through the middle rounds, Anatoly tried to snap back with hooks and body shots,
As Anatoly's pressing.
but Khan barely flinched thanks to a chin looking like a reinforced steel vault.
And set those big kicks. Big right hand there by Mulligan, showing off a chin. Big right hand again, big right hands for Mulligan. Mulligan looking to pour it out.
Every swing from the Russian seemed to bounce off,
Man, I wouldn't mind seeing inside leg kicks as well. Touch him on the chin numerous times. The other foot by Mulligan. What a matchup here. Right hand there by Mulligan.
while Khan stalked him like a predator, picking the perfect moment.
As a Tiger Muay Thai. Rug largely untested in the territory as well for him. You would get.
The fight was razor close until Khan dropped Malikin in the final round and swung the pendulum in his favor.
Mulligan looking to remain undefeated. Oh! Khan put Mulligan. No! That's out.
Though he failed to finish, that big moment was enough for him to earn a split decision win and the heavyweight title. At just 7-1, Khan has cemented himself as one of the most dangerous heavyweights on the planet. He's powerful, he's evolving, and he's finally fighting with discipline. But how far can this runaway freight train go? And will he one day break into the true big leagues? Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.